Baby, don't go. I love you. I can make it too. Don't break our family apart.
I'm not. I'm coming back. Promise.
Check this out. You got 15 minutes to get up there, break into Miss Rivers' apartment, kill her, get back down here. If you're any later than 15 minutes, I don't care if it's 15 seconds. I'm pulling away. And if I pull away, I'm gonna kill you. You understand me?
Got it.
Now get the fuck out.
Who's there?
My name is Joe Black. I'm actually the writer, director, and producer of Barons of the River Styx. As well, I am the Overlord Oni God, or CEO, of the Oni Committee. And we're actually an independent film company. Most of our experience is in music videos. However, we have taken a foray into more feature-length type of products. And Barons of the River Styx is our very first project, and we actually stand behind it, and we're very proud of it, to say the least. We are planning to make the fucking best, most riveting, most intense, most dramatic, kick-ass TV show that has ever been produced. I got the idea for Barons of the River Styx for my love of action movies. I'm a big, avid fan of action flicks and directors such as John Woo and films like Hard Boiled. And I wanted to tell a story more about the human psyche of people who delve into the world of being contract killers. I feel like I saw a lot of movies or projects based on the hitman, but I never felt like a show actually delved into the human aspect. Like, what would that do to a human being to actually become a contract killer? You know, in the story, you've got Leo, who is the experienced hitman and who is essentially grooming Ike to be as cold-blooded as him. So Ike is really like the new blood or the new kid on the block. And I felt like because Ike was such a normal person or relatable character, that people were gonna definitely identify with Ike's character more. And he is basically our test subject. And I wanted to realistically portray what would happen to a human being if they decided to kill people for a living. That's basically where this project came from, the idea for this project. I know I chose the name Barons of the River Styx because Barons, you know, was basically as in lords or kings, and then River Styx, which in Greek mythology was this river that you had to cross to basically enter the afterlife or hell. So essentially our contract killers are the ferrymen to the afterlife or hell. My plan is to successfully back episode 2 of Barons of the River Styx in 30 days. Essentially, that is the end of September going into October. We're going to cast from November to January. And then once we have our cast, our supporting cast in January, we're going to begin rehearsals in February. By April, we will be filming, and I intend to film in 2 weeks and have episode 2 completed in its entirety. April 2017.
Who's paying big bucks to whack librarians?
With your help, we want to raise a budget of $20,000 to shoot episode 2 and tell this story the way that we want to tell it. With episode 1, we shot that in about 2 days on a budget of $1,000. We had to cut a few scenes out because we just didn't have the time and we didn't have the money to shoot them. But with episode 2, with $20,000, we're gonna, instead of renting cameras, we're gonna buy cameras so that going forward we can shoot whatever we want, whenever we want. We're gonna hire about 50 extra actors because in episode 2, I don't want to give too much of the story away, their second contract is actually an heir to one of the oldest fortunes in the history of this country. So needless to say, he has a lot of muscle around him, or a secret army. So we're definitely going to hire a lot of actors in that aspect as well. We're going to rent out a mansion because their particular contract lives in a mansion, and it's basically this compound where they have tons of sex slaves. And I don't want to give too much of the story away, but we're really up in the ante for episode 2, and we feel as though after doing the math, raising $20,000, that is our budget. We can definitely shoot it in its entirety, and we don't have to sacrifice any of the story to bring you Barons of the River Styx episode 2. I'm passionate about this project because it has been 3 years in the making, and when we finally wrapped filming back in March of this year, it was just a complete accomplishment that I have never felt before in my life. The story, I feel, is something that, you know, is just not out there, that you just don't see. The actors, I mean, they really brought their A game in regards to their skill and their profession, and I can't wait to work with them again. I'm definitely believe we have something here that is different, that is worth you backing it, and I promise with your support we will deliver a show that will blow your fucking socks off.
Okay, so where is she?
Right on time. Right there. Been watching for a week. She likes to run this street all the time. As if guys like us don't exist.